Ready? Play.
Starters mean to go on amazingly. Jack Draper is the only left-handed man left in the draw.
Is he? I did not know that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And I've got the lefty bias being a left-hander myself, but I just think his serve is so hard to read this week. Court conditions in the day playing slightly faster.
Forehand from Jack Draper.
30-15.
That is the same look that is going to be on the face of Botic van der Zandschulp for the next 3 or 4 hours.
Doesn't give much away.
Even when he beat Alcaraz, it was
just
a
like reaction, wasn't it?
It's like, come on, let's just see a little fist pump, just something. Excellent ball striker, though, is van der Zandschulp. It's amazing, really, how his form has just fallen away so much over the last year or so.
Even talked about retiring at one point.
I think he's still thinking about it. He said he was going to give it till the end of the year, see how his game had progressed. He's only 28 years of age, so still got many years ahead of him.
Clearly it's a similar game plan today for Botic. That's to tee off for the most part.
Did well out of that backhand corner there, Jack Draper. So that's now 23 games and counting that he has held serve.
Love 15.
Did you get your outfit today? Were you inspired by Jack there? I mean, yours is a little more vibrant.
I've got pink. He's more of a light purple. Not quite a lilac.
Magenta.
More of a, like a mauvey. The size of his t-shirt has been driving me nuts, though.
It looks a bit big, doesn't it?
Why is it so large?
I agree.
I mean, that's got to be a triple XL.
Is that the fashion, though? Just to wear baggy, baggy, baggy? Maybe it is.
What is he, Gen Z?
Yeah, I guess he would be. God, we sound so old.
15-13.
It's long, so Draper with a couple of breakpoint chances already.
Dirty 14.
Oh!
Draper, just a complete miss hit on that forehand that somehow landed plumb on the baseline.
Billie,
and it was so tricky for Van der Zandschulp. I mean, look where he is trying to return that.
Oh, smart decision to go for the drop shot, given how far back Botic was. I love that, the little apology and then the fist pump.
Yeah, you can't follow up the apology with a fist pump. So perfect start for Jack Draper.
left.
Oh!
No.
Do you think he's in a much better place physically these days, Laura, compared to a few years ago where his body was kind of routinely letting him down?
Definitely. He's put in so much work off the court. He had his fitness trainer out here until just before the tournament started. So they went pretty hard in the practice week.
Oh!
Oh, wow. Some strike.
That's what Botic's got to do. Take it on the rise. Cuts that angle off so well. Yeah, Jack's definitely picking up fewer of the smaller injuries. You know, in the past he was struggling with his shoulder or struggling with the knee, and it wasn't keeping him out for a super long time other than the grass season last year, which he unfortunately missed.
Oh!
I think in general his body's just getting used to playing at this level week in, week out. He did say after his last match that he woke up feeling quite sluggish and feeling a bit drained. So a slower start than expected.
He saved all 5 break points so far in this tournament as Jack Draper.
Oh.
Just wide, had to work hard for it, Draper, but another one saved.
Yes.
Maybe a backhand from Draper there that Botic could have gone a little bit further up the court. As soon as it drops short, he's got to try and maximize that.
Oh, he's left it, and it's landed in.
I think he felt that his missed hit was absolutely never going to land in the court.
Good
Good
too.
tee.
Yeah, that is some good work.
That's preparation. That's happened a few times this week where people have let it go anticipating the call, and electronic line calling. We'll call it accurate, but there's certainly some skepticism.
Yeah, I reckon it's happened about 6 or 7 times in matches I've done. Oh,
Yes.
thought it'd happen again.
Advantage, Draper.
Good news is we're just being told the roof is being open out on Armstrong for the second match out there, so that hopefully means that there's not any rain around.
Again,
That's
Draper.
well done, so really good holds from Jack Draper to back up the break. 2
15 left.
full forehand winner already for Van der Zandschulp in this one.
His average forehand topspin speed against Alcaraz was 81 miles per hour.
30 left.
When you pick up a win like he did a couple of days ago beating Carlos Alcaraz, how easy is it to then come back out a couple of days later and back that up?
Very hard. I mean, we see it happen so often where people cause a big upset and then feel so emotionally drained the next day.
(30-15).
It's a different type of pressure as well, isn't it? Absolutely zero expectation going out Night session on Ash against Carlos. I feel like if there's one person who won't get ahead of themselves or overthink, it's probably our man Van der Zandschulp.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you. He did say he was pretty nervous coming down the stretch there, trying to close that match out. I mean, you certainly wouldn't have known it looking at him.
Draper leads 3-1, first set.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you anymore, but if you don't have the US Open app, make sure that you do download it. You can track your favourite players, you can track scores, get stats, watch match highlights, get player news. And new this year, of course, you can watch the live 3D views of all singles matches as well. And it's available on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store as well.
Oh!
Allow 15.
You'd probably want to be careful about the kick serve out to Botic's forehand side. He does stay quite far back, waits for it to drop into a strike zone.
15-0.
Oh!
Whereas that one, second serve again, but more of a kick towards the tee. Just how difficult that one is to read, but also how much it jumps up into Botic's shoulders.
I don't mind the play from Draper, throwing in that serve volley.
Should do it more often.
Yeah, I agree. It's Leon Smith there over on the left-hand side. As Laura mentioned, slight change to Jack's coaching setup, brought in Wayne Ferreira for just a couple of months, but that relationship didn't last for too long. Mentioned that he just wanted one voice, basically. Said that he likes things nice and simple, and maybe just found it a little confusing, maybe getting mixed messages from Wayne and James.
Unleashes again. And Jack's said himself he's an overthinker.
Yeah.
And he makes himself quite anxious ahead of these big events. So to just calm that down, you can't find a more chilled person than James Trotman on the side of the court.
Oh!
It's a brilliant forehand from Jack Draper. Another chance comes and goes. 3 break points now Van der Zandschulp's had.
And deuce. Advantage, Draper.
That's probably the type of point that Draper wants to avoid. Seeing him drop 2-3 meters back behind the baseline now. He's been trying to play more aggressive in general. And his default sometimes is to make it a physical point and a physical matchup. But really, his game is tailor-made to be up inside the court.
Oh.
'Been let off the hook a little there, Draper. Just dropped that forehand too short.
Advantage, Draper. Game, Draper.
Turn is just long. He's hanging on at the moment, Jack Draper, but importantly, keeps coming through these games. 3 break points saved, and he leads by 4 games to 1.
Left.
Keeps quite a short motion when he's pushed at his feet.
Skills from both players.
That was a sneaky little drop shot, handled so well.
30 left.
Oh.
Too much open space. Got to be so careful if you're running around your backhand, playing a forehand from well into that corner. It has to be placed with enough depth on it. And you see Draper just closing the court down.
Let's service.
22 in the world, Botic van der Zandschulp got up to. That was back in August of 2022. But in April this year, he was outside the world's top 100, slipped to 115 in the world. He's dropped down this year, played quite a few challenger events. That's a beauty. 7th forehand winner. Yeah, just doing anything really to try and build a little bit of confidence. He got injured just after Roland Garros. Had a lot of pain in his foot that was really plaguing him. And it was at that point that he kind of was contemplating potentially retiring, as Laura alluded to earlier. So he said he's going to give himself until the end of the year just to see how everything was going.
Well, he even played Bundesliga.
Yeah.
German club tennis.
Game, run the Zandschulp.
I mean, how often do you see
Draper
someone in the
leads
top
4 games to
100
2,
playing
first
that?
set.
It's always quite tough because you go through a run of losses and losing first round, losing second round, just not finding any consistent form. But how do you get yourself out of that? I'm probably meant to answer that question,
I was
but
just about to ask you.
I don't know. It's so hard. Because your options are either to take a bit of time off and go have a bit of a training block, try and be slightly mentally fresher when you come back. But so often, people decide to keep playing more often because they're trying to pick up some wins. And then you get into this vicious cycle.
The depth in tennis is so strong, isn't it, that even if you do drop down to challenges these days, it's no guarantee that you're just going to go and pick up a load of wins and regain that confidence.
Well, that was always going to be an impossible shot.
15-30.
You've got pace coming onto your racket. That's the toughest time to drop underneath the ball and get enough backspin to go for the drop shot. Draper's first serve percentage, 47%. He won't be happy with that, especially after the last match.
He's gotten away with it until now, although he's not had it easy, has he? Last 2 service games, he's had to save break points.
Oh!
Under pressure here is Draper.
(13-14).
And again, it's the second serve where he's just under pressure from the start of the point.
Zandschulp takes his 4th opportunity. Well, he's had to be patient opening half an hour or so, Botic van der Zandschulp, but that was the 3rd Jack Draper service game in a row that he had at least a look at a break point, and eventually he takes it. So we are back on serve here, and he's got new balls to help him through this game at 3-4.
Well, he's got to find a way to be more aggressive.
Allow
Some
15.
poor shot selection that lost Jack his serve in the last game. And actually, Jack's forehand speed is about 4 miles per hour faster than this tournament last year.
That is beautiful. A couple of massive strikes off the forehand, pushing Van de Zandschulp back, and then just throwing in a perfect drop shot.
Love 30.
Oh!
So after working so hard to get that break back, he's in danger of just giving it straight away here. 11th unforced error for Van de Zandschulp. Think back to that match with Alcaraz a few nights ago. He barely missed a ball.
Game, Draper.
Well, it's a great response from Jack Draper. A couple of big forehands and a drop shot the first 2 points, and then a couple of errors from Van de Zandschulp. And now Jack Draper will serve for the opening set at 5-3.
Amazing response. Just zoning in, being a little further up the court, especially looking to dictate with his forehand. I feel like against Botic, with the way he's been hitting it this week, you can't just roll a regular rally ball through.
Oh!
But the first serve has been an issue. So Draper, so far in the match, he's missed 2 first serves in the net, 1 wide, and now 15 long.
Wow. Are you writing all this down? Oh, yeah. Forehands heating up here for Draper.
I'll keep him busy over here.
I wonder what you were writing all the time. So what does that mean when you're missing long?
Interestingly, his ball toss is actually 5 centimeters higher. And a bit further back than previous rounds, so he's trying to find some range on it.
But it
just seems like if maybe it's too high, then his contact point is almost not closed enough, almost pushing it up, and that's when you get the serves going long.
So 5th ace for Draper gives him 2 set points.
(40-13).
It's rock solid from the Dutchman.
Deuce.
It looked like an easy service hold. Not been a single service hold that Jack's not been in trouble.
Advantage Draper. Deuce.
Well, it looked like the set was done and dusted. And clearly some overthinking going on in Jack Draper's game at the moment. Overplaying that last forehand. 41% first serve percentage.
That's the serve he's been looking for time and time again today.
He seemed almost stubborn at times, trying to go for the one that he keeps missing, rather than just trying to pick the first serve percentage up.
So he's seen 3 set points come and go. He's now just saved another break point. Only his very first service game of this set, he didn't actually have to save a break point, but every other one he has done.
Advantage Draper. Let's put it.
Going for the same one again.
for Botic van der Zandschulp today. He's had 8 winners off that wing. That was as good as one.
Yes.
But surely, after so many set points been and gone, you just want to make the first serve, get it in play, and then at least you start the point with the upper hand.
Oh!
And he's looking a bit stressed all of a sudden.
Advantage Draper.
So what are you doing if you're Draper? Are you sliding this one wide?
You've got to.
Yeah.
He can't go for the flat tee again. Even if Botic is further out that way, covering the lefty serve, it's moving out of the court so quickly.
Finally listens to Laura.
A bit of relief there on his face.
So first set belongs to the Brit. He lost the set there, van der Zandschulp, but he's got to be encouraged with the amount of chances that he was creating on the Draper serve. Just threw in that really sloppy game immediately after breaking the Draper serve.
First killer.
There'll be no panic here. Imagine that incredible run he had at the US Open back in 2021 when he just seemingly came from a set down in almost every single match he played that year.
Oh!
Football called for the first time. So you mentioned the first serve of Jack Draper, Laura, that needs to be improved. From a Botic van der Zandschulp perspective, anything that you think he can do differently in this set?
I feel like he's having more joy when he goes through the middle of the court in the beginning of the rally, and then you see him lengthen out the points, try and make it more physical, and then unleash on his forehand when he's got the chance. But we said at the start of the match how fast his forehand was against Alcaraz. 81 miles per hour on average. In that first set, it was up at 85, so he's absolutely ripping it.
Yeah. Van der Zandschulp almost just kind of lost his balance slightly there.
40-30. Game, Van der Zandschulp.
So perfect start for Van der Zandschulp, off and running in the second. That was down at just 41%. Draper. Another massive forehand that Van der Zandschulp hit midway through that point. And Draper did it brilliantly. It was that one there that he just was able to bunt back.
It's so tough to play that volley as a backhand, given the way he's run forward there, locked into the split step just a tad too early.
30 love.
I mean, if I'm Draper, I'm going lefty swinger all day, every day, until the first serve percentage picks up, until he feels like he's finding some rhythm on that.
Because it seemed like in that first set, I mean, almost about 80% of his first serves this side of the court, he tried to take up the tee. It's incredible from Jack Draper, and a very welcome service hold to love. First time that that's happened for him so far today.
And great to see him throw in a bit of serve and volley too. Haven't seen much of it as of yet, but it was so successful in the last round. Sure, his second round opponent was playing slightly further back with his return position, so he had more time to get in, but against just about anyone, when the first serve is in, it's going to be a tough return.
$50 love.
He's done a good job, nearly 70% of the time, getting that first serve back into court is Draper. Just doesn't get any better than that. There's a drop shot.
30 love. Van der Zandschulp.
So Van der Zandschulp answers Jack Draper's hold to love with one of his own. Little glare across at his team there for the Dutchman. But he does lead too. So didn't miss a first serve. In his opening game, Jack Draper was able to hold to love.
$15 love. $15.
Beautiful drop shot again.
Well, he had to make some sort of move forward there. Botic hustling around the baseline, and you're not going to get a better chance to move in than that one. You know, he's meters back, playing it on the stretch on his forehand. There's so much ground to cover, and a nudge to finish it off. Second double fault. Just collapsed into his body.
34. Draper again finding himself at 30-40.
30-40.
Wasn't the greatest drop shot, but he got away with it.
Hold your breath when he opened up the racket face way too early.
Yes.
Got away with that. I mean, not a shot that he should be going for that often.
So we say 5 of the 6 break points today is Draper.
And most
Advantage,
importantly,
Draper.
now made 8 out of 11 first serves in this set. Did he not want to hit him?
Do you reckon?
Might have been
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
Because I don't know
Yes.
where he was aiming there. Yeah, he had it. Just caught the top of his racket.
Yeah, he's thrown that in nicely, hasn't overused it.
Advantage, Draper.
I'd still be using it more.
A little more.
Yeah. Especially as the first serve picks up. I do find Jack could improve his first volley just 10%. So often he goes to the drop volley rather than the fast put away.
Out game, Draper.
Oh, it's by no means easy for Jack Draper here. Another break
games
point
all,
saved.
second set.
And he levels things up, 2 games all. Yeah, usopen.org is your online home for point-by-point live scoring, highlights, real-time stats and draws. You can visit the official tournament site at usopen.org. You've got to stay patient here, Van der Zandschulp.
Players are ready, please take your seats. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, just stood his ground. Draper, great anticipation. Van der Zandschulp went right at him, but he still had a lot of work to do with that backhand pass.
Love 15.
Guided this one away beautifully.
Well,
The big question I want to know, Laura, from Jack, do you know who his favourite band are?
Oasis.
Did he get tickets?
Not that I know of.
Did you?
No. Did anyone, by the sounds of it?
I know 2 of our colleagues that did. But they cheated. They had that pre-sale code, which I didn't even realise was a thing.
That is 15.
Well, if Jack goes on a run here, I'm sure someone can find a few tickets for him. First double fault of the match.
30 on.
It's been a struggle, hasn't it, behind that second serve for van der Zandschulp today. Just 3 of 11 points won behind it.
But when he gets a chance on the
40,
forehand
30.
side, he has been so dominant.
Game, van der Zandschulp.
Right on cue.
Van der
Forehand
Zandschulp
winner
leads
number
3 games to
12
2, second set.
for van der
First set,
Zandschulp.
Draper.
Already sent one record in there.
Fifteen left. Let's first service. Thirty left.
Oh, an easy service
40
game
left.
was certainly on the menu.
Oh!
He's starting to look a bit more relaxed now, isn't he?
Yeah, he looked a little
Compared
stressed,
to,
didn't he,
yeah,
at
the end of the
times?
first.
Botic 15.
And in the same way that Botic van der Zandschulp gives you nothing, Jack Draper, I always find, lets it show quite a lot. You can tell when he's anxious, when he's nervous, even when he's tired.
Would it be quite annoying to play someone like van der Zandschulp?
He's been annoyed 3 or 4 times. That's more than we usually see.
Yeah, but it's not been anything groundbreaking.
Oh, he's made that look easy. And it was by no means an easy
40,
shot.
30.
I feel like he wants the replay there.
Yeah, just take it. You made it.
Game, Draper.
So Draper comes through without the
3 games
rigmarole
sold,
of having to
second
save
set.
break points. Assuming Botic van der Zandschulp would have been back in his favourite Italian restaurant in Manhattan. Been going to for the last few years. Always the same place. I don't know what it's called before you ask me.
Oh.
I know, I'm sorry.
I thought you were about to
I
give me a
don't have-
recommendation.
No, I don't have that information, I'm afraid. But that's where he spent the night before, beating Carlos Alcaraz on the Wednesday evening. Him and his team just went there and chilled out, and Peter Lucassen just saying that just trying to work on his mentality out there on court. That was the biggest thing he said.
I know we're staying, so I'm going to start
50 love.
searching top-rated Italian restaurants in that area and work my way through them.
Good call.
It's so funny, isn't it, how superstitious tennis
Yeah.
players are. All the restaurants in Manhattan, and
he's
you end
going
up
to
at
the
the same
same one,
one
yeah.
every night.
Yeah, it was the one that he first went to when he came here for the first time, Van der Zandschulp, back in 2021, and had that great run to the quarterfinals. Was not far away. Both players have gone to that drop shot quite a lot today.
Well, they both move well off the
50
baseline,
not.
don't they? You've got to throw in something different. If you feel like you can't unleash on a ground stroke, that's probably your next best option. Draper may be overplaying it at times.
It's a little wild, so a little opening here for Draper. He's been pretty ruthless when his
15,
breakpoint
30.
chances have come along so far today. The complete opposite to Van der Zandschulp.
Well, the forehand unforced error count will be quite high because he's going for so much on that shot, along with the 13 forehand winners to go with it.
There's another. And first time in this set, Jack
15,
Draper has
40.
2 break points to take control of this match.
And he gets a look at a second serve.
Yeah, and he has won just 4 of 13 in this match behind his second.
Game,
Wow.
Draper.
Second double
More
fault.
chance, please, new balls.
And Jack Draper is in
leads
control
4 games to
of this
3.
third round match. A set, and
Second
now
set. Fifteen left.
There's been a massive increase in that first serve percentage in this set for Draper. He's up at 76%. He's made 16 of his 21. So that was one area of his game in the first set that we felt as though could improve.
15 all.
Drop shots
I'm
have either
not
been
sold
very
on that
good.
one.
They've either been very good or very bad.
He seems to be playing them better off his backhand.
It's a bit of a gift.
I can hear James Trotman saying energy, energy.
Is it easy, Laura, for a Jack Draper perspective to kind of start getting a bit carried away and looking too...
My lip reading skills aren't amazing, but I'm pretty sure he said look positive.
Game,
It's a great serve from Draper.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking too
Draper
far
leads
down the
5
draw. I
games
mean,
to
just a
3.
reminder, one
Second
of these two players here, Gauff and Mahach, Diminor Evans, Arnaldi, Jordan Thompson will be making the US Open semi-final this year.
How could you not look ahead?
Yeah.
And I'm sure someone's told him, or, you know, I'm sure he's looked at the draw himself, and most people might even slot in Jack Draper from that group.
I mean, Diminor as well, I guess, but of course
he's the highest seed, but
he's had injury problems.
He's not been 100% leading up into this tournament.
Hasn't played since Wimbledon, so he's done a good job just to make it to this stage. Tough one against Dan Evans today. Or tonight, I should say.
Allow 15.
Just a few more unforced creeping into the Van der Zandschulp game. Yeah, Diminor Evans, they've had a few battles. That one's not straightforward. Great to see Gauff returning to some form too.
Yeah, Gauff unfortunately lost out earlier today. Thomas Mahach coming through that one in straight sets, so Mahach safely through to the last 16. He will take on the winner of this one. So good from Jack Draper, that running forehand. Incredible amount of pace behind this.
15-13.
And he's trying to close out this second set right here, right now.
Too good. The movement of the forehand cross, the height over the net, the top spin rate on that must have been outrageous. And Botic was just struggling to stay over the top of the ball into the free space with the winner. Job done. Just nice, isn't it, when you break for the set and then you can start on your own serve.
Thirty 40.
I think that made a massive impact in the Shelton-Tiafoe match yesterday. The fact that Shelton
agreed.
started the first 3 sets as the server. Oh, took a swipe at the backhand.
Deuce.
Potentially could have gone one more back to the Van der Zandschulp backhand rather than open court straight away.
Advantage, Van der Zandschulp.
Such a massive difference for Van der Zandschulp when he makes that first serve compared to the second. Only dropped 4 points on his first serve this set. It's only won 1 point
Right.
behind his second serve.
Game, Van der Zandschulp.
Well, some big serving. Gets Botic Van der Zandschulp out of a
Draper
little
leads
bit of a
5
hole.
games to 4. Second set, sent by 1 set to love.
Now, so Jack Draper's, he's just had 2 set points in the last game, and he's now serving for a 2 sets to love lead here. And he keeps going to the drop shot.
We're not sold,
We're not.
are we?
Love
One
15.
in a couple have been good. Well, not even one in a couple, one
Yeah,
in a handful.
Yeah. Just giving Van der Zandschulp a little bit more hope.
Oh.
He'll
15
take
all.
that. That's a bit of a gift from Van der Zandschulp.
Yeah, we've definitely seen more and more kind of cheap, unforced errors from the Dutchman as this second set has gone on.
Especially off the forehand
Yeah.
side. Out of the 23.
30 15.
Oh, there you go. It's almost like they read my mind. 15 forehand unforced errors.
Forty 15.
Yeah, he's used that serve a lot more often in this second set as Draper.
That's the one we were hoping for him to commit to a bit more, and the difference that that's made has been huge.
So 2 more set points here for Draper.
Oh.
Forty 13. Game and fifth. Second
Seal
set.
with an ace. And Jack
Draper,
Draper
16
takes
to
complete
4.
control of this third round match. 2 sets to love up
Draper leads 2
from
sets to love.
Botic Van der Zandschulp. A long way back for the Dutchman.
About 6 bottles in front of him and was measuring them all out.
Third
So
set.
there is a fine
Van der
art to
Zandschulp
it.
set.
Yep. So Van der Zandschulp looking to try and do something he's only done twice before in his career. And that
15
is
left.
fight his way back from 2-0 down. One of those actually came here at the US Open, the last one. That was in 2021 against Carlos Tabernet, and also did so against Hubert Hurkacz at Roland Garros that same year.
Oh!
Just felt he got it a little flat as that second set went on, Van der Zandschulp. A lot more errors coming from his racket. Seemed maybe a little low on energy. So this is an important opening service game to this third set.
Well, it was always going to be a hard task to back up his achievements the other night against Carlos Alcaraz.
That is enormous.
31.
14th forehand winner for Van der Zandschulp today. Just absolutely thumping that forehand there, Van der Zandschulp.
40-13.
It's a massive
Van der
hole,
Zandschulp.
15-30 down after those two
Third game,
forehand
third
unforced
set.
errors, but from that point onwards, played a very good game there, did Botic Van der Zandschulp. Draper has never lost a match in his pretty young career so far when he's been 2-0 in front, 8-0. That'll work.
Allow 15. Out. 15 all.
I feel like I'm starting to hear James Trotman
Yeah.
more. It seems like he's trying to give a little more energy from the side. And it's always tough. You've just won the second set. Sometimes you can have a bit of a dip.
Not a great first volley from Draper.
15-13.
That's the one I mean. I said earlier, I just feel like too often he'll go to the drop volley when he comes in, rather than committing a bit more, following through with the motion. That would have been a fairly straightforward, deep backhand volley. And then it's even harder for Van der Zandschulp to pass from there.
Draper, very surprised that he's continued with that drop shot today.
15-40.
Well, he's only taken one of his 6 breakpoint opportunities in this match so far.
He's in this though, isn't he?
30-40.
I mean, that's pretty much as animated as you're going to see him.
After the previous point, a huge come on. What a time to deliver a 121 down the tee.
Advantage, Van der Zandschulp.
Yes. Hit the exact same serve, just 3 miles an hour quicker.
Botic was moving there. Trying to give Jack a different look, jumping around with his return position. Finds the first serve on the juice point.
Advantage, Draper.
Massive holds for Jack Draper, yet more frustration though for Botic Van der Zandschulp. 3 break points in the game, can't take any of them. It's getting bigger and bigger, that forehand.
15 left.
it in the end.
39. Thirty 15.
Bree seems to have picked up just slightly since the match started. Grandstand has a good amount of coverage from the sides.
Oh!
It's one too many now.
Forty 15.
And the previous shot was just inside the baseline. Van der Zandschulp was off balance, but now he's just anticipating the move forward.
Oh!
Feel as though this match could have
2 games to 1.
a long way to go here.
Draper leads 2 sets to love.
The Dutchman leads 2-1 in the third.
Let Kosovic. Fifty now. Thirty left. Low.
Rolling through this service game, Jack Draper. And what an improvement. Again, the first serve percentage highest it's been throughout the whole match, 85% in this set. And then you see the reflection of that in the points won.
Oh!
40-50. Game, Draper.
Yeah, very straightforward holds.
2 games all. Third set.
You can, of course, stay connected to the US Open on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and WhatsApp. You can join the conversation with hashtag US Open. There's been lots of conversation about the US Open in the last couple of days with Novak Djokovic losing last night to Alexei Popyrin and Carlos Alcaraz, of course, losing a few nights ago to this man. Who is your tip now to win the men's, Laura?
I'd rather not say because I don't know.
Okay.
Good fault.
Seconds of this match for Botic.
Love 15.
Well, the only male player left in the draw who has won the US Open is Daniil Medvedev. And I wouldn't say he's been playing his best tennis, struggling a bit with his serve at the moment, throwing in a fair few double faults.
Yeah, barely won any matches in the lead up to the US Open since he in Canada lost early. Sinner currently out on Arthur Ashe at the moment against Christopher O'Connell, setting a break in front. Again, come forward a lot today, 31 times.
It was the 35 times against Alcaraz. And a lot of
15 all.
success off it. Yeah, you see Jack coming in just a few more times in that second set.
Out.
Well, I saw this
15-13.
in the game in the second set when it looked like Jack was going to break to win the set. Just a few unforced errors creeping in, and almost out of nowhere, it's like he just falls off the shot.
Love that one again, Draper. Big moment in this third set.
30 all.
Wow.
34-6.
Only his fourth double fault, but a few of them have been pretty crucial moments. Perhaps none more crucial than right there, because it gives Jack Draper break point. Can you believe it? Back-to-back double faults. Just looked like he completely collapsed on that second serve there. And Jack Draper is in complete control, and a break in the third before he was able to turn it round against Mitchell Kruger a few days ago, coming through in 5. Can Botic van der Zandschulp just get inspired out here? 2 hours on the match clock. Draper looking to try and back up his run to the round of 16 12 months ago here. Eventually falling to Andrei Rublev that year. Remember, this year it will be Thomas Mahac of Czechia in the next round. He came through earlier against David Gauff.
Oh.
15 left.
Oh.
We heard Jack Draper saying drive up on the legs
15 on.
after he missed the first. Now's not the time to undo all that hard work he's done on the first serve.
Steady 15.
Yeah, well played.
40-15.
Again, it's a play that both Laura and I have been wanting to see maybe a little more from Draper. He's been great when he's come forward, really, on the whole today. It's now 7 of 7 points won in this set.
And on this ad side, when Draper's gone for the lefty swinger out wide, he's won 83% of those points. So surely we'll see it again here.
Oh.
Or not.
Game, Draper.
And that is a
One
wild
set speed.
one
New ball.
from Van der Zandschulp as the wind just
Draper
been
leads 4 games
taken
to
out
2.
of his sails.
That's it.
Bucket hat back on for James Trotman. You were rocking one of those the other day, weren't you?
A Wimbledon one.
Wimbledon one, yeah.
I'm a fan of a bucket.
Yeah, they're very in vogue, aren't they, I would say.
I'm not sure that that's why James Trotman's wearing it, but
Possibly not. Why were you wearing it? Were you supporting Katie, did you say?
I was out doing some courtside reporting for Katie Bolter.
Oh, nice.
And it's always best to be sun smart. Van der Zandschulp, 21 forehand and forced errors. And 16 forehand winners, so that ratio's not what he's looking for.
Oh. Oh.
Love 15.
Well, that's now 3 double faults in a row. Ended his last service game with back-to-back. Excuse me. back-to-back doubles.
Are you alive over there?
Just about alive.
Oh!
Just had one of these, what are they called? Kind protein bars. The ones with the nuts.
That's a rookie error.
Yeah, they always get stuck in the back of my throat. Sorry, everyone. Well, this is getting a little out of hand.
Love 30.
4 double faults in a row.
Oh, 7 double faults now for the match. 5 coming in this set.
Oh!
Hold your breath.
Oh!
Wow.
That's nearer the baseline.
Allow 14.
Total deceleration.
Game
Head's
Draper.
gone.
That is a horror show
Draper
of
leads
a
5
service
games to 2
game.
first set.
3 double
by 2
faults,
sets.
a forehand unforced error. And in a couple of moments, and Jack Draper serving now for a place in round 4.
Allow 15.
Well, scoreboard looks like it's been straightforward, but it's been anything but. Especially first set 6-3 definitely doesn't tell you the
No.
full story. He faced so many break points. Van der Zandschulp only 1 out of 9 converting today.
15-0. Steady 15.
And we're just looking at the amount of serving that Jack Draper's had to do today because the percentage was so low in the first set. That was his 101st serve. That's taking it out of the shoulder.
Yeah, and compare that to, Botic's hit 70 first serves today, so just kind of puts into context how difficult this match has been for Jack.
30-0. Let's have it.
Van der Zandschulp is not going anywhere. Yet another break point. This is his 10th of the match.
30-40. Yes.
Wow.
When it's good, it's really good.
made that one. He thought about coming forward a few shots previously there, Draper, but just hesitated.
Advantage, Draper.
And he gets to match point. Britain's Jack Draper back into the last 16 at the US Open for a second year running here. But from his point of view, he will be hoping that his US Open campaign is only just getting started. The draw has well and truly opened up for a deep run in New York this year. And that was impressive today. Just 2¼ hours, he gets it done in straight, 6-3, 6-4, 6-2.